What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, I'm going to share some of my predictions for Pro Audio in 2022. Now, my podcast, the Faders Up podcast, we just started season 3, and the first episode of season 3 is titled Pro Audio 2022 Predictions, where all of us go into some of our 2022 predictions. So if you want to check that out, I'll have a link in the description. In this video, I'm going to be giving more than what I shared on the podcast and also breaking down and going a little in depth on why I have some of these predictions. Some of them are predictions, and I think some of them are just things that I hope happens, I guess. But let's get started. So the first one is going to be, we're going to talk about Apogee. I think that in 2022, Apogee is going to release a rack interface. And this should be something that's in between the Symphony Desktop and the Symphony IO. Because I was looking, for whatever reason, late last year, I was looking at the Apogee Ensemble, Thunderbolt Ensemble, and I noticed that it wasn't on any retailer sites anymore. So I did some research and I found out that Apogee couldn't get certain parts and they had to discontinue the product. Well, this has left a hole in their product lineup because now you have the Symphony IO, their flagship interface, which I think starts at 4,000, depending on how you configure it, can easily take you over 5,000. And then you have the Symphony Desktop that has its internal DSP, it's 1,500. But not everyone wants a desktop interface, and I think Apogee knows this. So I think Apogee is going to come out with a rack interface that's going to be in between the Symphony Desktop and the Symphony IO. Second one is, I guess this is a prediction, but maybe more so something I'm just hoping for, is sticking with Apogee. I think Apogee is going to release a 2-channel A to D, D to A converter this year. Long time ago, I guess we'll say back in the day, they had the Apogee Rosetta, which was a 2-channel A to D, D to A converter. But I would like to see Apogee do a 2-channel A to D, D to A converter. The Rosetta was popular and it's since been, discontinued. And I would like to see them bring that back in some kind of way with just a 2-channel interface with Apogee converters. I think that would be a popular product for them. Next one is PreSonus. I think PreSonus will release a 4-channel Revelator interface this year. I think the 2-channel one is going to continue to be popular for them, and I can see a spot for a 4-channel one, especially for people who podcast that have more than 2 people. I think a 4-channel one makes sense. I don't know if an 8-channel one makes sense, but I definitely see a market for a 4-channel Revelator interface. I also think we'll see more live streaming products or products made for live streaming, with everyone streaming on their phone now on Instagram and TikTok. And IK Multimedia has kind of gotten ahead of this with their iRig series. TC Helicon makes some products, but I think we'll see some other companies start to join that product space of products that you can use for live streaming. I also think that this year will be the year that we see a TubeTech CL1B clone, whether that's Warm Audio or Audioscape is 2 companies I could see doing it. I don't know why anyone hasn't cloned the CL1B before. I don't know if it's a patent or copyright thing. I just really feel like we would have had one by now and no one's made one. So, well, let's see if we get one this year. And this could be a good time for a CL1B clone because one of the studios I was working out of last year, they ordered a TubeTech CL1B, and I think it took like 6 to 8 months for them to get it just because of, I guess they were having a hard time getting the pieces, the parts for them. So, and I just checked Sweetwater and they're still not readily available. So, yeah, if someone does a CL1B clone, maybe a good time for that. I think this year we'll see a new product or new plugin from Soundtoys. I believe it's been 5 years since we've seen a new plugin from them. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think Little Plate was the last one, and that was 2017. So this would be 5 years we haven't seen a new plugin from Soundtoys, and we saw one pretty regularly once a year from them. So I think this year we'll see something new from Soundtoys. I think this year we will see a new player in the artificial intelligence game in Pro Audio. I think iZotope and Sonable are kind of leading the pack there, but I think this year we'll see someone else step in with a product that features artificial intelligence pretty heavily. And my last prediction for 2022 is, remember last March of 2021, iZotope and Native Instruments announced that they were joining forces or merging or whatever. I think this year we will finally see a product. When I say finally, hasn't been a year yet, but I think this year we'll see a collaboration product of something that iZotope and Native Instruments have put together and released jointly, which I anticipate seeing what they do together. It should be interesting, and I think we will get that this year. All right, so that's my list of 2022 predictions in Pro Audio. If you have some predictions, comment and let me know. I'd love to hear them. If you like this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to continue to see content from me, then you know what to do. All right, any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. If you're interested in having me mix your song and my mastering engineer D. Lyles master it, check my link tree in this video description. From there, you can email me, you can visit my website, and check out mixes that I've done.